Hi, dear friends. I'm Father Chama. I'm glad to come back again with another topic for our series, Couples Corner, in which we discuss a number of issues related to family, couples, and sexuality. And this time we shall be looking at making a hedge in a couple. Let's begin with defining our terms. What is a hedge? A hedge is a fence formed by closely growing bushes or trees which serve as boundary and as barrier against intrusion. And here we refer to the couple as conjugal couple, that is, man and woman who are committed to each other in an intimate and exclusive relationship. And so when we talk of making a hedge in a couple, we are talking about putting in place measures to safeguard the conjugal relationship against whatever may risk violating this exclusivity. This in no way means living in isolation, cut off from others. That is not the point. As men and women, we are relational beings. We are meant to interact with others. However, we realize that marriage is a special relationship with that special person as wife or husband in an exclusive way. It means I cannot relate to more than one person as wife or husband. If not for some cultures which permit polygamy, that will be infidelity. We don't wait till our relationship is under threat in order to act. Rather, we need to be proactive in safeguarding our marriage, in safeguarding our couple. We protect jealously that which we treasure, that which we esteem important for us. Indeed, isn't prevention much better than cure? It's for that reason you will find in cultures preventive measures put in place in order to preserve the exclusivity of the conjugal relationship. There's no need to go into details of any particular culture, but it will suffice here just to highlight certain elements that show this need to preserve the relationship between man and woman who are involved in a conjugal relationship. What we find, for example, in palaces, it is the eunuchs who are attached to the service of the royal household. One reason, among others of course, is to safeguard the imperial lady's chastity. You would find also chastity belts which women wore in order to prevent them from having sexual intercourse with another man apart from their legal partner. There were also certain relations marked by the observance of distance. I can put it that way. Like a man with his mother-in-law, a woman with her father-in-law. The distance is in order to avoid their familiarity likely to lead to overstepping boundaries with all the possible scandalous consequences. And in strong patriarchal societies, you'll find that there is a kind of limit or prohibition as that which concerns interaction between members of the opposite sex. It is all about putting measures in order to prevent violating the exclusivity of the conjugal relationship. And today, of course, we have laws regarding adultery, which can even be a motive for divorce. Such laws and the associated penalties act as preventable measures. But why is fencing important? Infidelity, adultery precisely, is a reality in a conjugal relationship, and it brings a lot of suffering. It's for that we can't afford remaining indifferent. We've got to act. So let's just try to see some forms of sufferings that may arise as a result of infidelity. In the first place, the unfaithful partner loses trust. He breaks the vows and risks not only losing the spouse, but also all that they have built together in that relationship. Remember, beginning all over again may not be that easy. Besides, who knows if that new relationship will work? And concerning the betrayed partner, he also risks psychologically suffering from the loss of self-esteem, especially when someone begins to entertain thoughts like, I'm nothing. Why did my wife leave me for another man? Why did my husband leave me for another woman? That can be painful. There's also an aspect of abuse of trust. And then children who are raised in a conflictual home marked by infidelity and broken home will likely have challenges in their development as persons. Another problem is the difficulty of being brought up by step-parents if their parents break up and remarry. So besides the suffering brought to each individual in the family as a collective unity suffers also. The entire family may suffer economically because of the deviation of resources, especially when they are not enough. We are talking about making hedges in a cup. Against who? Against what? Before you can create whatever fence, whatever protection, you should know the enemy. You should know the threat to your couple. Against whom are you protecting your couple? Where is the enemy? We shall try to answer this question in the next chat. For now, I just invite you to feel free to encourage and inspire others by a comment or contribution in a comment space below the post. You can also join us on WhatsApp or Facebook group, Couples Corner. And if you want, you can also subscribe on my blog, singlehumanity.com. In that way, you'll be receiving new postings straight in your email box. It's bye for now.